The United States Navy is no joke, and I know that might come as a surprise to some, considering that us other branches really dig in on them. No particular reason. But seriously, 18 months underway in a sub below the water, 6, 8, 10-month deployments on a ship, where you only get to contact home once every couple of months or via snail mail. Sailors really do make quite the sacrifice. Well, most sailors do. That brings us to today's special guest, Command Senior Chief Marrero. Somebody's actions are gonna be on a safety brief from now on, because she thought putting an unsecured internet source on her ship, the Manchester, was a good idea and in no way violated any sort of OPSEC for the ship or put the ship in any sort of danger, you know, because then people would be able to know where you are from that signal, especially as it's deployed in the Western Pacific, which, if I'm not mistaken, China's there. And boy, they sure do have fun bullying other ships around there, don't they? Just ask the Filipino Coast Guard. But we'll learn a little bit more about Super Senior Chief's stupid internet service after a word from this video's sponsor, Prize Picks. Want to play Prize Picks alongside big names just like Drewski, Joe Budden, and MMA champion Sugar Sean O'Malley? Well, thanks to this video's sponsor, Prize Picks, you can. Check out the new community plays under the promos tab in the app, where you'll see some entries from some of the biggest names in the Prize Pick community every week. Prize Pick is the best way to get into sports in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. With 10 million users already, Prize Picks is the go-to place to win real money this football season. It takes less than 60 seconds to make your picks and turn your sports know-how into real money all season long. They even include an injury insurance policy for protected play. Even if one of your players gets injured, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. Download the app and use code Angry Cops to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. This week I'm picking Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to go more than 30 points against the Seattle Seahawks. Go Bills. Prize Picks also offers incredible weekly promotions, like Taco Tuesday, where select player projections are discounted up to 25%, giving you more value in your lineups. Download the app today and use code Angry Cops to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. What are you waiting for? Start playing now. Now, I told you already that it's very hard to get in contact with people from home, have a grasp on what's happening in pop culture. Because you're out there away on a ship, God knows where, and you're only going to port every couple months. Well, Chief here thought it'd be a great idea to get a Starlink. Now, I have nothing against Elon Musk, and Starlinks are fantastic. He was handing them out for free in the Carolinas after the hurricane, so you know that they work, even when nothing else around you does. But as we find out later on, because an investigation, well, it went full bore into the chief and the ship's commander on the USS Manchester, that having a steady Wi-Fi signal and internet access just beaming out there on an unsecured line, well, that could put you and your sailors in danger. So not a good move. Okay. But how did we get there? How do we get from planting the dish to figuring it all out and Chief getting in trouble? Well, it all starts in San Diego when Senior Chief is farting around with a couple of her enlisted cohorts, the Chief's Mess. For those of you that are unaware, in the Navy, and I would say the Marine Corps, but especially the Navy, once you hit the rank of enlisted 7 and become a chief, well, you're a big deal. You're top dog. You get a lot of special benefits because of your rank, and you're in charge. Shit, you're the closest thing to God, the captain himself. But unfortunately, the Chief's Mess gets a little bit of I'll say a bad rep, and sometimes they earn it. Like here, in this case. Well, Chief Marrero and a couple other chiefs in the Chief's Mess, 15 in total, decided that they were gonna keep their secret, super sweet internet source dish, Starlink, a secret.
No one will ever find out.
So only the Chief's Mess would get it. Sharing sure isn't caring when it comes to Chief Marrero. Well, how the hell did they get it on the ship? Well, when in San Diego, there's a couple opportunities while a ship is getting looked over and cleaned and fudged about, where people get in harnesses and walk around spots where they normally shouldn't, and that's when someone unknown, but set up by the Chief's Mess, planted the dish on the 05 weather deck, which I don't know what that means, other than 05 is a rank and weather deck means a deck where weather happens. I assume Doppler radar or something. Look, one of the investigators took a photo. There it is, circled in red, pointed at it with a little arrow, just chilling with a couple sandbags sitting on it. NBD, super inconspicuous.
No one's even gonna notice.
But who had access to this fantastic internet that, get this, didn't reach across the entire ship? So the chiefs thought it would be a good idea to get a Wi-Fi extender and set them up throughout the ship so that they could get their Netflix streaming app and Facebooks and Instagrams and Twitters immediately wherever they were. Taking a shit or walking outside, it didn't matter. They wanted their Wi-Fi. But not for anybody else, just the chief's mess.
Yeah, screw them.
This'll come up later. That's right, didn't want to share it. You know, didn't tell the captain, which honestly, if you told the captain within moments, the captain probably would have been cool with it being turned on at certain moments when everything's like being watched and ready. Because I don't know if you know this, ships have Wi-Fi. And commanders of said ships can say, hey, you know what? Even though our military operations take up most of the Wi-Fi that's needed and it's encrypted and it's bouncing off of our own satellites so that we don't get tracked by an unknown government, we're gonna let the kids use the internets for a little bit. Send a message home, send out an email, make a Facebook post. It happens. In fact, the United States Navy is working with Starlink as we speak in order to create a morale-boosting free Wi-Fi on ships so that soldiers can still reach out. And once again, it's turned on and off at times that the captain finds appropriate. Oh, but don't worry. This Starlink with the chief here, it went on and on and on and never got turned off until they almost got found out a couple of times.
Nothing to see here.
Now you might think to yourself, a Wi-Fi router, internet access beamed across the ship, well, it's gotta have some sort of name like Bilbo Baggins' house, or my favorite is FBI Surveillance Van 4. Well, this is no different because on the ship, the Wi-Fi name was Stinky. Oh, and something stinks in Denmark. Yes, it does. And it's leadership. Now, kids these days that join the military are no dummies. I mean, they're weak and stupid, but they're not retarded. That they're walking around on their phone trying to watch a movie or do whatever, and all of a sudden a Wi-Fi pops up, they're gonna go, whose Wi-Fi router is called Stinky? And try to get onto it. Well, the rumor mill starts, and what do you know? Word gets up to the captain that there might be an internet access point on the ship that's beaming Wi-Fi out on an unsecured network. Well, captain's gonna have none of that, so he goes down to the chief's mess and asks senior chief here, hey, you hear about this Wi-Fi on the ship? Oh, and chief plays it off like a pro. Absolutely not, sir. It's all made up and bullshit. What do you know?
Why the you lying?
Well, there's some sort of Wi-Fi router thing access that's called Stinky. Nobody knows what it's for. I'm on it. I'll take care of it, sir. And she did. She changed it to a random printer name and then continued to use it in the chief's mess. 15 of these chiefs in the chief's mess used it. Even after the captain was like, what is going on here? This is not good. What do you know about it? And lied to the captain. Oh, that's great. That's great. So we've got a liar and we got chief here gatekeeping the internet access from anybody because you can't have the lower enlisted have it.
Peasants.
And you don't want the officers to know about it because then that's going to blow your cover, which you've lied about. So, yeah, chief lies about it. And then she's questioned about it again because the rumors still keep flowing and people are saying, no, the chief's mess has some freaking Wi-Fi. It didn't just go away. And well, what do you know? The ship's captain goes to the chief's mess again. Hey, senior chief, something's still going on with this thing. What do you know about it? I know nothing, sir. She denied him 3 times like Peter.
Why you always lying?
But just like all great schemes that get popped in somebody's head who's a little too arrogant for their own britches, well, it all fell apart because when the ship got ported in frickin' Guam, well, there's a little bit of maintenance. A new dish, not Starlink, but Starship or Star Wars, I don't know, Star something. A new dish had to be put up on the ship. And wouldn't you know that one of those naval technicians putting on that dish looks over and sees the Starlink and goes, "What is that? What the f is that?" Obviously, they thought that some lower enlisted had snuck up there and put it on there. It couldn't have been the chief's mess.
Somehow this is all your fault.
Well, the officer in charge of communications, the communications officer, one might call them, well, he's talking to the dish guy who sees the Starlink and he takes a photo of it and he calls up the chief's mess and is like, "What the f is that?" And senior chief texts back, "Well, the gig is up," and confesses. that this was just for morale. Oh, it's no big deal. It's just for morale. We've got it. It's all right. Please don't tell the commander. We've only been using it when we're at port. Definitely not out there in the middle of the ocean when we could be targeted because of this. And I don't know what kind of ship this is, but nobody tells the commander of the ship, the captain, the head honcho in charge, who's already been asking about this and is like, what is going on here? But nobody's talking to him. Not even the communications officer, not his senior chief, the highest enlisted person on the ship. No. Everybody's leaving this guy in the dark. Well, what happens with all lies and shenanigans? Well, eventually light gets shown on it, and the captain found out about 6 days after they left Guam. He starts an investigation. Wow, he brings in senior chief. Hey, senior chief, what the is going on, Marrero? I thought you said that there was no Wi-Fi. And she says, well, sir, it's for morale. We did it for morale, and also, we never used it out in the water. We only used it when we were in port. We are professionals, and we wouldn't put the whole ship in jeopardy. And that's the third time she lied to him. 3 times. Way to go, chief. Integrity. Oh, you know, the chief's got a saying that they're as flexible as the chain, as strong as the anchor. You're as flexible as weak, dog. You've got no moral high ground or standard, do ya? And thank God the captain of this ship, Moore, didn't trust anybody either. I mean, how could he? Good Lord, everybody's been lying to him for the past couple months about the stupid Wi-Fi thing that honestly, he could have nipped in the butt right away, made it a non-issue. But now we've got everybody hiding things from the man in charge, and that ain't gonna fly. So he opens up a can of whoop ass in the form of an investigation, and well, wouldn't you know, that chief just can't stop lying, can't she? Obviously, the morale thing's a bunch of bullshit, because if it was for morale, well then the lower enlisted would have had a little chunk at it, right? They would have been able to try and tweet at home and see what's going on, but that fell through like a fart through a screen door. How is it for morale if only 15 people on the entire ship can use it? And Chief went so far as to change the usage documents that she gets from STARLINK. That's right, she altered the documents of the usage so it would only show usage when she was at ports, and handed that to her commanding officer and those investigating, saying, oh no, here's everything, I have integrity, here's all the documents showing that we only used it in port, and therefore, you know, maybe a slap on the wrist here, but we didn't do anything nefarious.
Stop lying.
Well, they saw through that, because all you gotta do is call up STARLINK. Beep, boop, beep. Hey, give me a freaking printout of her usage document. Shut the fuck up, Chief. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to STARLINK. Yes, send them right now. Well, you can tell me the usage. You know what? When you send them to me anyway, but can you tell me? Shut the fuck up, Chief. Shut up. Can you tell me, just for kicks and giggles, when was this STARLINK used? Oh, for like the past 4 months straight? Not just at like in the middle of the ocean, huh? In the middle of it. Thank you. No, I'm not yelling at you. Thank you, STARLINK. Now, before the investigation took place, Chief Marrero actually had another lower-ranking chief than her that was going to take the fall for the internet. She had a fall guy for it. This woman, in no way, shape, or form, has any integrity and is trying to cover up everything in every way possible while continuously throwing the wool over her commander's eyes. And the end result is that this chief got knocked down from E8 to E7. I, for once, am appalled, I know I never heard of that before, of that. How the is this person still a chief? You have no integrity. You threw your commander on the bus. You blindfolded him. You pulled the wool over his eyes. You lied to him constantly. You created a criminal enterprise by getting all the 15 freaking chiefs and the chief's mess involved. You lied to the comms officer. You put your entire ship's welfare in jeopardy so you could watch YouTube videos right off of that chief's rank. Holy sh! Chief Marrero has a master's degree in information security and digital management. Didn't manage there. Now, honestly, I don't know how a Wi-Fi signal can be tracked. I know that if there's an outgoing signal, there should be some sort of reasonable action that you can like track that signal and then pinpoint where it's coming from, right? So am I mistaken or am I 100% right when I say that she's looking up Pornhub and herself while she's underway and the Chinese government's like, you know, why is Pornhub activated in the middle of the ocean? We don't have any ships out there. You think it's an American ship? Let's go spy on it with our drones and We'll never know. I mean, they're stupid enough to put their Wi-Fi out there. Am I right in saying that, or am I absolutely wrong? Let me know. Best way to support the channel is to get yourself a shirt. Boom! We've got Whoopee hoodies. There's not a lot left. I think we've got like 100 and something in the Whoopee hoodies. So they're going. Like 2/3 of them, 75% are already sold out. Get a hand on that. And hey Navy, I got a new shirt for you. Bow! A lighthouse for pussy. Aircraft carriers, Navy SEALs, pilots, SWIC. Everybody's cool in the Navy because the Navy is a lighthouse for pussy. Get it for a Navy friend. Let them know that they're manly and cool. Or a lesbian Navy person who is just really good at muff diving. We accept all kinds. Cheapest way is to leave a comment. Tell me about this communications thing. I want to learn more about it. Do you think that only one rank reduction is sufficient? I sure don't. That's my 2 cents. All right. See you next time, weirdos. Oh, don't forget, Pepperbox has an uncensored version. That's right, I'm on Pepperbox with the boys, and there's no bleeps there. In the one video that I made prior with Mia Khalifa, I made some additional jokes, and maybe there's her naked in it. Yeah, that's right, I use burned up bodies and dead people and sometimes nudies in the videos on Pepperbox, especially if it's, you know, Angry Meme Review. So, all right. See you next time, weirdos. The United States Navy. Where did that come from?